Hello, and welcome to the second annual Sonoma County Library Virtual Open Mic. We hope that you will enjoy all these performances from all over the county. And please, remember to vote for your favorites afterwards in the link provided. And now, on with the show.
Tell me again why you hide in the crowd. A clatter of voices are screaming out loud, but they are all in your head and so negative. Let me tell you about it. This is a town where the people are free to be who they want and to live how they please. And if anyone comes along and disagrees, well, we'll say something about it. We'll be who we are and tear down the walls. We'll power again through the rise and fall. All of our voices sing, yeah, we make a good picture, 'cause love wins in Windsor. Da 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 da, 'cause love wins in Windsor. We all have a purpose, we all have a say. LGBTQ plus ain't going away. Whatever your color, whatever your faith, you make our community greater. You better believe we'll stand up and project when somebody else treats you with disrespect. So keep your head high and know they're not your friend. Yeah, say goodbye to that hater. We'll be who we are and tear down the walls. We'll power again through the rise and fall. All of our voices sing, you'll never get rid of this, sir, 'cause love wins in Windsor. Da 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 da, 'cause love wins in Windsor. Whoa, with every generation, there's always one less fight. So grateful for those before us, 'cause of them we all have pride. Da 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 da. Happy Pride, Windsor.
The poem I'm about to read, The Taste of Ash, was born out of an experience I had in 2017 when I stepped outside during one of the firestorms and looking up at the gray sky with my mouth open in exclamation, and I had a piece of ash literally fall upon my tongue. And it made me wonder, where it came from, what piece of someone's life did that represent? And thinking back on that, reflecting back on that, came this poem, The Taste of Ash. Sun rays pierce the thickness, softening now within their deepening descent through the depth and breadth of this enormous pewter shroud that envelops our land. These warm yet muted rays sift quietly through once distant and once hot ash, coming to rest upon the ground beneath our feet, looking like thick amber soup. All the while, ash falls, visible and invisible. The smell of it so strong I can taste it as it crawls across the complexities of my tongue. The taste of ash, the taste of grief, the taste of yesterday's dreams, the taste of shattered shapes of lives. So many now left with shifted dreams and shifting perceptions of what seems stable beneath one's feet, as we're collectively called to perform the alchemy of transforming loss, hopefully turning what is bitter upon the tongue sweet once again.
This is my story. This is my song.
Please show me the name inmate on a birth certificate.
The classroom glares like a radiation chamber, rectangular funnels of light ricocheting off walls of concrete and steel, between more concrete and steel, the stratosphere of this county jail. Chalkboard littered with broken psalms, gang emblems. Stories turn the classroom into a lighthouse, show how a pencil can be used as a laser beam to illuminate the scars of those thrashing about in the waters. Incarceration is being caught in shark teeth, 3 rows pointing inward, no time off for time served, no possibility of parole. Another tooth pulling each one of the men and women closer to the throat, closer to being swallowed up. Our societies disappeared.
Petaluma Fog, Summer 2022. Heat records smashed, worldwide. Forest ablaze, cities in a haze. Everyone, everything, sweltering. Fog embraces these hills, its touch cooling Earth's fever, its tears quenching Earth's thirst. Fog rises at noon, its touch leaving these valleys, its tears bringing forth hope.
It's my last time in my apartment in San Francisco. And I wrote outside, which, see, I like the outside. I get that from my mom. So I wrote 2 poems. I want to share them with you. Look up and see. There's but a chasm. There is and a crevice of a slice of a sky view, a particular purview, perspectively altered. 19 years, 8 months, 3 weeks. A crane points straight west. You are only ever a translucent guest. Golden test of progress. Trees topped squat, palms stretched tentacly. Love. The sticker stays, a gift from festival days. Willows and reeds wave goodbye. The shade, Cliff's Hardware, 3 of a kind, circa '01, gives up its post one last timeline, marked like my writing palm, grooved with life. 4 jades replanted from a sidewalk mother, long gone. Shaky graves of fallen staves. Charlie is sad. He's not alone, or alone. An era bends, but does not flake our thirst for a wake. I will write again in this very chair. I will write again with free Claire. I will write again no matter where. This ivy tangled, this overhang weakened, this neighborhood aged, this poet undaunted is portable, plainly in the air. No explanation, exhalation. So that is numero uno. And then I relocated. So I want you to share that. Yeah, here you are, tucked up on your landing. Sun, you were biding your timing, always impeccable, priming. Back on the landing, remanding that commanding about ivy decaying. From here you grow tendrils. It's all leafy, reaching, tendrils, reaching, briefly teaching. Impressions landing. Go get the computer and show your friends. You did. This space you made your own, mostly in winter, rented by Randy, he of the archery, you tripping him up out front periodically from time to rhyme. Out front, quite regularly, you were a force multiplying, a stoop energizing. Out in the open, soaking every last beam, just like now. Back on the landing, owned by Charlie, quite lightly. This is where you always warm up and see over, mostly in winter. Running over, you spring up on the landing. On the best days, there is Wendy, friendy, on, even when neighbor gone. She picked those poems you planted and watered them. A packet of poesies, interwoven legacies. Back on the landing, here you are.
Hello everyone! Lucky and I are back for another installment of Let's Talk Story. In our video last year, A Night to Remember, we gave you 3 savings plans to try out. So how did it go? I really hope you have fun doing it, and please keep it up. Yesterday, my friend said to me, "Lucky has nothing to do with your saving money idea," and that's true. But Lucky represents love and teaches me what's important in life every day. He's my best friend and mentor, and I couldn't ask for a better partner to help me spread the word. So let's talk story and explore some basic mental and financial hacks that you can do right now. Last year, we talked about changing the world one coin at a time. This year, let's talk about the power of one. One of what, you ask? Well, power of one person, power of one idea, power of one action, one choice, one belief. When you drop a pebble in the water, it still creates ripples that grow and expand. It doesn't sink to the bottom without affecting the water in some way. The Dalai Lama said, "Just as ripples spread out when a single pebble is dropped into water, the actions of individuals can have far-reaching effects." When you save a penny today, it doesn't equal a penny 40 years from now. Saving has amazing compounding effect. If you have a choice between $100 or a million pennies today, I think most people will go for the $100. But the power of one, in this case 1 cent, the penny, when you have a million of them, is no longer an insignificant amount. It deserves respect. $10,000 worth of respect. Just like an ant, just like a turtle. Remember, small but mighty, slow and steady. Always try to look at things from different angles. If I can share some of the money hacks I've learned along the way, I would say, don't mix saving or being a financially responsible, sensible person into a negative thing. If people are being nice, they'll say you're thrifty or frugal. If not, they might make fun and use terms like cheap, stingy, Scrooge, etc. Now, there is such a thing as being too uptight or obsessive about saving money. As with everything in life, we have to find the right balance. The second money hack I've come to embrace is be okay with returns, or at least be okay with someone making the returns for you. Sometimes we get caught up in the moment, and then we get buyer's remorse. But you don't have to. Just make sure you shop at stores with free returns and get a full refund. But then you say, forget it, it's not worth the effort to bring it back to the store. Which leads me to the third money hack. Be okay with trying things on at the store. I know it's a pain, but it'll save you time and hassle in the long run. It'll lower the odds of you getting stuck with something that doesn't fit right because you don't want to deal with returning it. While shopping is torturous for some people, we all know someone who's willing to drive clear across town, leaving the store they're currently in with the hairspray they want right in front of their eyes because it's 75 cents cheaper over there. Money hack number 4. Sometimes be okay with paying a little more if it makes overall sense. When you end up spending more on gas, then it's not a good deal anymore. Map out your trips to the store. Do as many errands as you can in one trip and in order so you're not zigzagging everywhere. It's not always shop cheapest we're after. It's shop smartest, not only with your money, but also with your time and energy. It's been so much fun talking story with you about my favorite subject, how to save money. Until we meet again, explore the endless possibilities and be your own power of one. Happy saving, everyone!
Hello! We hope that you are enjoying these performances. Don't forget to visit our website, sonomalibrary.org, for more information about virtual and in-person events, all our wonderful resources, and much more. You can even check out special recording equipment from East Street Studios here at the Central Santa Rosa branch, all free with your library card. Call or visit your local branch for more information. Now, let's keep going with the show.
Hi, I'm Joan Tabb-Waisbein, and I'm here in Santa Rosa in my backyard. And I love Santa Rosa. I love our community. I love our library system. And I write poetry. And I write poetry because, like many of you, I sometimes have very strong feelings. And I really want to understand what I'm feeling and thinking. And then the words pour out. And then I have a better understanding of where I'm coming from. So today I'm going to share with you 2 poems that I was asked to write for Earth Day, and I presented them here in Santa Rosa. And they both start with questions. One is called, Can Love Conquer Greed? And the other one is called, Do You Like New Beginnings? So here's the first one. Can love conquer greed? Greed is on the inhale, taking in much more than needed, choking with excess. Love is on the exhale, giving much to our world, knowing there is much more in deep reserve. Greed is going for it all, mindful only of self-interest, thinking of the few, not the many. Love is considering broadly the good of all in a fully connected world where each one of us matters. Greed is excessive hunger, eating it all and fattening the pig for more at slaughter. Love is a tender move, caring for the well-being of others, the rabbits, the birds, the hungry, near and far. Greed thinks of travel to other planets to be the fastest, biggest phallic symbol of all. Whereas love puts its attention right here and cares for the suffering next door and the homeless on our streets. If love can conquer it all, can it ever conquer greed? And the second poem. Do you like new beginnings? Do you? I love new beginnings. The flowering plum tree in our yard, the early daffodils, the baby birds in the nest, the sunrise every morning. I love new beginnings. Green replacing our charred hillside, mushrooms after the rain, the baby born in spring. I love new beginnings. Fall semester with new fresh notebooks, children starting kindergarten, the artist's blank canvas. I love new beginnings. Puppy in my palm, seedlings saying hello, the new chick from the egg. I love new beginnings. Let's love our earth, home of new beginnings. Let's shelter it from harm. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Caryl Sherman, and I'm reading a poem that I have written from the Mapmarker Regional Library. It's called Sometimes I Like the Person I Am. Sometimes I like the person I am, for the times over and over I reach out my hands and heart to spare someone else some pain. I lay my will and my life down on the tracks to be run over and temporarily flattened in someone else's place, yet to rise again like a phoenix from the ashes I gladly turn my life over to the care of God to find peace and resurrection in someone else's stead. It is a marvel the strength I have to pull from when I thought I was unable in times past. A survivor, able to stand up for myself, the most important protector. Cradled in God's grace, I walk the many steps towards freedom, one day at a time, one step at a time, until the climb begins the downward grade to a real home within. I sit in peace and I reflect that I not only like the person I am, but I've come to like the person I have yet to be with a better perspective of anything I have perceived in the past. And I no longer look to you for acceptance of who I am.
All across her body are signposts. Down her torso weaves a long scar at the juncture where ribs separate and the body becomes soft and round. The scar disappears just below her navel, a train track. On her hip, a sliver the size of a tiny railroad crossing. An inch across the throat, a thin-lipped half-moon. Above the left collarbone, a naked river. 2 small crosses bridge the top of an arch. An inch mile marker carves a groove in the groin. Another hails its salutation at the top of the thigh. Cancer didn't form her, but carved a map on a scatter of bromeliads, floating in space above shifting desert sands. Before the disease caused by the name of a man, not her father, staked its claim and snaked its invasion through the isthmus and tributaries of her lymph glands. The only roots she had known were unplanted, unpalpable on their airborne journey, unlike the first lump in her neck. At 19, infected by cancer, injected by heroin, by a white-coated nurse who pricked her skin into silence, the stitches and scars of outrageous fortune. With her father by the bedside with unseeing eyes, pain rebelled, erupting in visions of showers, gas houses behind closed lids, the crematoria of her ancestors. Hospital, Holocaust, hallucination, hailing from Eastern Europe, the clandestine birthplace of her forebears, as yet unchartered, except in dreams. An unconscious monument to the tune of the unknown Jewish daughter, on a landscape of shifting clouds.
Hi, my name is Neil Davis. I'm 90 years old. I've lived in West County for the last 47 years. Before that, we lived in 43 different places. I lived there with my dad, my stepdad, or my single mother. We were very poor. We moved a lot. We lived in attics, basements, tents, front and backyards. One of my favorite places was a converted chicken coop in the desert outside of Tucson, Arizona, and the reason I liked that so much was the neighbor let me ride his horse bareback every day, and I thought I was Hopalong Cassidy. All those many years, I slept on a cot, a day bed, or a Murphy bed. 5 years of college, I always slept in double bunk beds, and I never had my own bed or bedroom until I was a junior in high school. On my own, I also lived on a boat in a remote island in Alaska. After I spent 3 years in the Air Force, we moved to Mill Valley, and I inherited the famous No Name Bar from 59 to 74. We had a branch in a sheep herder's shed with no running water on the beach in the Costa Brava in Spain. During that time, I raised 4 children, decided to build a house in Mill Valley out of an old redwood railroad trestle. It had 13 levels and 4 stories. John Lennon and Yoko lived there one summer. John said it was like living in a windmill. After I got divorced, I can tell you about 4 blind dates. Barbra Streisand, Carol Doda, the famous topless dancer, Janis Joplin, and the most embarrassing blind date of my life with a San Francisco socialite who was dating President Kennedy at the time. Then I moved to Sebastopol in 1975, and while selling real estate, I bought the Sebastopol Health Food Store and the Sebastopol All-Women Spa with 300 members, owned that from 76 to 82. In Devon, England, in about 1985, I made a wrong turn and discovered a magical little town on the beach called Budleigh Salterton, Cuddly Budleigh, or God's Waiting Room. It had England's only nude beach. I bought a place there. From 85 to 90, it was my second home. You can Google Earth Dial House on Cricket Field Lane. The first time I went to the nude beach, I was stretched out and they all together. I heard some footsteps and a couple said, "Neil Davis, is that you?" Small world. For the last 45 years, I've volunteered at low-income elementary schools. One of my very, very famous or favorite places was Kidd Street in Santa Rosa. I was there for years. Chris Smith of the Press Democrat wrote about the Kidd Street Choir I started. I was face painting a little girl, first grade, second grade, third grade. One day we were faced up close and she squinted and said, "How old are you?" And I said, "Guess." And she said, 93. I was 55. Another little girl I was face painting said, "Guess what I get to do after I get off school today?" And I said, "What?" And she said, "I get to go get a Slurpee at 7-Eleven. I said, "How exciting. Where do you live?" And she said, "I live under the overpass, 101 overpass with my mother in Santa Rosa." If you read the Red Baron Snoopy Airport newsletter or the Sonoma West Times or the PD or the Chronicle, you might have seen aerial shots of the 2 different crop circles I've done over the years. And now I'll tell you places I've been slapped around the world. I've been slapped on the island of Ishka. I've been slapped in the Milan, Italy train station. I've been slapped at the Petaluma Drive-In, the Santa Rosa Movie Theater, the Cottingtown Post Office, a small town in Devon, England, and Fisherman's Wharf. I'm very slappable, and that's my life in 5 minutes.
Send love to this world. Oh, come on. Now what are you saying? You know we've been praying that you would send love to the world. Oh, come on. You got to do what we're feeling. Come on, you got to make this real and come on. Send love to the world. 'Cause there ain't no other place to send it. It's the only thing this old troubled world that will ever mend it. So send it. Come on, my brothers and sisters. Come on, you Mr. and Mrs. Come on, send love to the world. Oh, come on, you and fathers. Come on, oh, you lovers. Come on, send love to the world. 'Cause there ain't no other place to send it. It's the only thing in this old troubled world that will ever mend it. So send it. Come on, oh come on, Captain. Come on, you got to make this happen. Come on, send love to the world. Oh, come on, you kitties and puppies. Come on, oh, you monkeys. Come on, send love to the world. Oh, come on, just send it to this world. Yeah, come on, send love to this world.
Hello, my name is Eric McGuckin, and this poem is titled Stream of Life. We are miracles, you and I. We are the stream of life, an endless good luck. Consider, precious one, 3 billion years on this living planet, the unbroken chain of DNA. Not once did a single ancestor fall before passing the baton. Not once. A boy sent to France, another damn army snafu. He cried on his cot while his comrades shipped to Incheon. 98% casualties. Father dispatched trucks, drank in cafes, and found my mother. And you too, the countless close calls that I might cherish your shining face in front of me. By the skin of our teeth. I know. Waters are rising, and we wonder if children are a good idea. But I believe the stream of life will flow forever in torrents, meanders, and falls. We are this stream, its chance, its struggle, its destiny. It is the only miracle needed, and I am so grateful to be here with you. Thank you.
Thank you to all our wonderful performers. If you enjoyed this, please check out our events page on our website at sonomalibrary.org/events. Also, don't forget to check out the Author Talk series, where each month we will bring you a thought-provoking conversation with an author of both fiction and nonfiction. Each event features the opportunity to participate in an author Q&A. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to vote.